Hi, Emma. How are you today?
Hi, Alex. I'm doing really well. Actually, I'm a little excited because I was reading something fascinating this morning.
Oh, what was it about?
The history of the heart. You know, how people used to think about the human heart in ancient times, how medicine studied it, and how it became a symbol of love.
That sounds perfect for today's daily English. We can talk about the history of the heart and at the same time teach some useful English words and expressions.
Exactly. The heart is such a powerful image. Everyone knows it as the symbol of love, but its history is much deeper.
Great. Let's dive in. So, do you know how ancient people thought about the heart?
Yes, in ancient Egypt, for example, they believed the heart was the center of a person's soul and intelligence. They thought it controlled emotions, thoughts, and even memory.
Right. And here's a fun fact. When Egyptians mummified their dead, they often removed the brain but left the heart in place.
That's true. They thought the heart was the most important organ for the afterlife. It wasn't just a physical organ, but a spiritual one.
That's so interesting. In English, we still have expressions that connect the heart with emotions. For example, we say broken heart when someone is sad, or with all my heart when we want to express sincerity.
Exactly. So even though science has shown us that the brain controls thoughts, the cultural idea of the heart as the home of emotions is still alive in language.
Let's move forward in history. What about the Greeks?
The Greeks had their own ideas. The philosopher Aristotle believed the heart was the seat of intelligence, sensation, and motion. He thought the brain was just there to cool the blood.
Wow, that's funny now, but at the time it was serious science. People really believed the heart was the most powerful organ.
And later, Galen, a Roman physician, studied the heart too. He described how blood moved, but he didn't fully understand circulation. He thought blood was produced in the liver and then used by the body.
Exactly. Galen's ideas shaped medicine for more than 1,000 years. Imagine that. His theories were believed until the Renaissance.
That's a long time, and it shows how important the heart was in both medicine and philosophy.
Let's pause here for English learners. Here are some keywords. Physician, an old word for a doctor. Circulation, the movement of blood through the body. Philosophy, the study of ideas about knowledge, truth, and meaning.
Yes, and these are useful words. If you learn them, you can understand many conversations about science and history.
Now, let's jump to the Renaissance, around the 1500s and 1600s.
This is when William Harvey, an English physician, made an incredible discovery.
Right. Harvey was the first person to correctly describe how blood circulates through the body. He showed that the heart works like a pump, pushing blood through veins and arteries.
Before Harvey, people thought blood just appeared and disappeared. But Harvey proved it moves in a circle. That's why we say circulation.
This was a turning point in medical history. From then on, doctors started to understand the body much better.
And the English language also picked up new phrases. For example, to know something by heart means to memorize it completely.
Good example. And another one is have a change of heart means to change your opinion or feelings.
I love that. It shows how scientific discoveries and language influence each other.
Now, let's talk about the heart as a symbol. Today, when we draw a heart shape, everyone thinks of love. But where did that come from?
Good question. The symbolic heart shape we use today doesn't really look like a real heart. Some historians say it comes from ancient depictions of a plant called silphium.
Oh, yes. Silphium was used in ancient times as a medicine and also as a kind of birth control. The seed pod of the plant looked like the heart symbol we know today.
Exactly. And during the Middle Ages in Europe, the heart symbol started to appear in art and literature. It became a symbol of romantic love, especially in poems and paintings.
And of course, by the time of the Renaissance, the heart symbol was everywhere. Knights would dedicate their hearts to ladies, and poets would write about the heart's desire.
Today, the heart symbol is universal. We see it on Valentine's Day cards, in emojis, and even in logos.
Yes. And in English, we use phrases like sweetheart, heartbroken, to have a big heart, and close to my heart.
These expressions make language richer. They connect everyday speech to deep emotions.
Now, let's move to modern times. The heart is not just a symbol, it's also one of the most studied organs in medicine.
That's true. Today, doctors can perform heart transplants, replace heart valves, and even use machines to help the heart pump blood.
Amazing, isn't it? A few hundred years ago, people didn't even understand circulation. Now we can literally replace a heart.
And in English, we still use heart metaphors. For example, the heart of the matter means the most important point.
Or learn something by heart, which means to memorize it perfectly.
Yes, and take heart, which means to be encouraged or not lose hope.
So even though science has advanced, the symbolic meaning of the heart has not disappeared. It's stronger than ever.
Okay, let's review what we learned today.
Good idea. First, we talked about ancient Egypt, where the heart was seen as the center of the soul.
Then we looked at the Greeks and Romans, like Aristotle and Galen, who thought the heart was the seat of intelligence.
After that, we jumped to William Harvey in the Renaissance, who discovered blood circulation.
Then we explored how the heart became a symbol of love, with the famous heart shape used in art and literature.
And finally, we talked about modern medicine and how we can now perform heart transplants and other advanced treatments.
Perfect summary. Now let's give our listeners a short English practice exercise.
Yes! Listeners, can you try to make sentences with these expressions? Broken heart, by heart, change of heart, at the heart of.
Great practice.
You know, it's amazing how one organ can have so much history, science, and symbolism.
I agree. The heart is not just a pump, it's a story of humanity, of love, of discovery.
And of course, a wonderful topic for learning English.
Exactly.
Well, that's all for today's Daily English.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Remember, keep learning English with all your heart.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.